Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some. This is Johnny B. And I'm going to go over leftist mentality again today. I'm going to go over left wing, progressive. I'm going to go over all of that today again. And I'm not going to do it on my podcast. I'm going to go over the long stuff, but I'm going to just go over the short stuff here just so you see it. Okay. And then we're going to go over the fallacies because here it's absolutely mind-boggling how stupid the left is, okay? And what they try to do to use an echo chamber to try to get you. They use that with me, by the way. Okay? They use the very same tactics that they accuse you of doing. Okay? I am going to be a bit provocative here. Ooh. Anyone arguing that 1 to 2% of the population dying isn't a big deal is not. And is concerned about their freedom to get back to normal. I am. Needs to identify 1 or 2 family members or close friends they are willing to offer up to death. You see the absurd? Yeah. To save the economy or regain the freedom. This is seriously far leftist ideology on freaking steroids. This is somebody who has literally swallowed that blue pill and swallowed the whole container of it. They are a cultural Marxist galore. I can tell just by the way they're speaking. They have they drank the soup. Okay? All right? Are willing to offer to death to save the economy or regain the freedom. Name them. Say their names out loud. Use ostracization. They try to defame. Remember, the left will always lie, cheat, steal, defame, demean. Here's demeaning. Degrade. Scare tactics. Maim and or kill in order to win. They will lie, cheat, steal, defame, demean, degrade, deceive. Maim and or kill in order to win. And we added scare tactics because of the coronavirus. They will use that as well. Okay. First of all, everything that Fauci has said is wrong. Secondly, if he is the smartest doctor in the world, then let's go over a couple little things here, shall we? Okay, let's go over them. One, there are new reports saying that actually if you're wearing the mask, you can actually shut off your immune system. How about that? Two, the best way that these doctors are actually saying that actually kills the virus is by herd mentality. The very, very opposite of what they want you to do. So shutting off the immune system and staying distant keeps the virus alive. That's what they hope. So they are doing what it takes to keep the virus alive, and they're trying to convince you otherwise. And the reason I say this is because, of course, it's the left. The left will lie, cheat, steal, defame, demean, degrade, deceive, maim, and or kill in order to win, and use scare tactics. They shut down Dr. Erickson, who is a virologist, and and he was with a biochemist, and they were talking about how the percentage is like 0.03 percentage of the people actually are going to die, even less than that. It's less than the flu, or right around the same. They're using scare tactics on this fake pandemic. They say, they're going to come up with a vaccine. Great. I don't want it. I don't take the flu vaccine. That's part of the reason why me, an overweight man above the age of 50, I believe I probably had it. I probably had some symptoms. Who knows? They said, over 30% of the United States has had it. I'm probably one. I had a little bit of a headache. I had a dry cough for a little bit. I remember that. You're being selfish for wanting the economy open. No. You're being selfish for wanting the economy closed. Because you're trying to institute communism. I wrote something nearly 3.5 years ago that says that the left will actually put all their faith into a a non-elected party that they perceive as smarter than us, that these fix-it groups will come out of nowhere and claim they know more than us. And we're supposed to listen to them. And all those fix-it groups are groups that are trying to transition from a capitalist society to a communist society. Communism. There are many forms of communism. And I was reading a book. It's a great book. I'll probably do a video on it on my Braytion page. In fact, I know I will. And explains all of the transitional words that they use so that they can trick people that it's not communism. They use the word socialism, democratic socialism, progressivism, the Green Party, all of these other types of leftist ideology. And all they are just transitional state powers in order to try to create communism. Communism is satanic. Communism is evil. They don't want to be known as that, especially after knowing about the Bolshevik Party. Getting far ahead of myself right here. This person is assuming that any person that dies, that we are willing to actually want them to die. That is a stupid, absolutely asinine way of thinking. People are going to die. People die every day. They die every day. Do we want them to die? No. But to sit there and try to correlate it together by saying, you wanting an economy to run so that the healthy actually must starve. The healthy must actually be deprived. The healthy must actually lose their livelihoods. So that this 0.03% we should be putting our concentration on. How freaking idiotic is that? Let's kill the healthy. Let's bankrupt the healthy. Stupid. But there's many people like this. Look at this. That's the freedom challenge. It's the dumbest thing ever. Leftists are stupid. They're literally the dumbest people on earth. Because they are indoctrinated. And the only way they can ever get out of this indoctrination is a time of crisis. They don't have a time of crisis yet. Some of these people had their own business. They're capitalists. They don't even realize that they've actually gone into this far leftist ideology. Wait till they lose that business. Wait till they can't get any more government money. Wait till all of a sudden their kids are starving. Wait till they lose their house. That's usually a big one. Wait till they lose their business. Then all of a sudden they start to panic. And all of a sudden this little crap that they're talking about now becomes irrelevant. Why? Because they're hypocritical. Just like I said, leftists are always hypocritical. They will lie, cheat, steal, defame, demean, degrade, deceive, maimand, or kill to win, and add the fact that they will use scare tactics. Because that's who they are. It's about deception all the time. It is the party of Satan. It really is. I'm not making that up. It really, really, really is. It's the party of Satan. Deception is their game. Indoctrination is their game. And Satan is his name. Don't be fooled by this kind of crap. Wake up. You're going to start seeing right now, from this day forward, actually it's happening, you're going to start seeing how only the blue cities or the blue states are trying to keep their cities or states closed. California, the mayors in certain towns. Why? because it's a political game. They are part of the Communist Party, and they are trying to transition, with or without the president, through the use of these non-elected officials, through the use of a scare tactic called a pandemic. This is the medium that they're using. The medium is this pandemic. We are going to take away your freedom. We're going to take away your liberty because we wanted to, but we're just going to use the pandemic as an excuse. And all of the red states, or all of the red cities, they're going to start opening up. And who's going to end up coming over? This is why Trump went from an 87% to a 96%. 9% jump. Boom. Because now we're starting to get independents. Crisis time. Now we're starting to get moderate Democrats who were kind of lazy to begin with. Didn't really know much about politics, but they just surely aren't communist. They just always voted Democrat. But they're going to wake up eventually. And it's usually right now, during the time of crisis. And you know the time of crisis is happening right now because they're starting to go in front of legislative bodies at the particular states, their state capitals, and they're demanding their freedom back. And it's going to get bigger and bigger. I'm predicting it, but I need to actually emphasize I'm not asking for it to happen. Because I know how leftists think. Because leftists think about ostracization and all this crap. And, oh my God, yeah. I'm predicting this will be a bloody May. Something's going to happen where the Jeffersonians of our world are going to step up. Who are the Jeffersonians? Jeffersonians tend to be libertarians, usually right-leaning libertarians, but they tend to be a different type of libertarian. They tend to be isolated and want to talk to anybody. Just leave them alone. Leave their guns alone, leave their land alone, leave their kids alone. Don't overtax us. Don't like a whole lot of government. And you start taking away their liberty, you start taking away their freedom, and all of a sudden they feel that the government around them, they're going to stand up. They're going to stand up. And somebody is going to snap. Because remember, quarantine, the day is 40 days. Quarantine is it's an Italian word. I mean, isolate yourself for 40 days. Jesus even walked for 40 days and 40 nights. There's a reason why when you start getting into 5th, 6th week, 7th week, 8th week, 9th week, 10th week, that people go crazy. These demons are trying to take our country from within, with the president already there, with deep state Dr. Anthony Fauci. Because if he really was the smartest doctor in the world, and let's just say he is, didn't he know about the fact that actually putting on the mask actually cuts off the immunity? Didn't he know about herd mentality that actually decreases the virus, not increases it? Of course he does. So he's doing everything he possibly can to make sure that this stays. We won't even talk about the fact that remdesivir is $1,000 a pill, and they're trying to actually accept that, as opposed to hydroxychloroquine. It has no financial gain over. He's actually on the board of Bill Gates Foundation with vaccines. We won't talk about his financial gain on that. We won't even talk about that yet. But we will talk about the fact that he knows, as a doctor, supposedly the smartest doctor in the world, all the leftists are putting their faith in him, even though he's been wrong every single time. And purposely so. Or is he just that stupid? And if he has been wrong all this time, and he is the smartest doctor in the world, he's not implicit in people's death. He's complicit in murder. Peace out. I'm Johnny B.